Hi guys, Rich91, the Gaming Bear here. I've been asked by Mr. Bear to do a review of the KV4, so I'm going to incorporate it as part of my look at all of the tanks that I've got, with a view, because you guys probably think, oh, he's got a lot of tanks. Well, what I'm actually trying to do is get all of them. So yeah, that's part of my plan. So, like here, this is the my list of just the tier 8s. 3, 6, 9, 12, 15, 18, 24, 27, 30, 33, 36 just tier 8s. And that's the sort of thing I'm talking about. I'm looking 325 or whatever tanks that I've got at the moment. And I want them all. I love tanks. I'm looking forward to Bovington. I'm also looking forward to go to the World Championships. So roll on Warsaw. So yeah, let's have a look at this this KV4 Behemoth. So this is written down for having amazing armour. As you can see, 180mm on the front, 150 on the side, 90 on the rear of the hull, but 140 at the rear of the turret. It's a beast with a very powerful and accurate gun. So I was sort of thinking, well, what can I compare it to? So I was racking my brains and thinking, okay, well, it's well armoured, and what else is well armoured that people think, oh, holy crap, you know, what are we going to be facing? Well, it's the IS-6. Another tank, but this one's a premium, so anyone can get hold of this lovely tank. And you look at the armour profile and think, oh, it's only got 100 armour. But because that's sloping, which is approaching 70 degrees, you're looking a very, very, very bouncy tank. So even though it hasn't got the thickest armour, it's got the effective thick armour. So that's why I'm using this to compare with the KV4, purely on as a control for the armour, which this has got masses of. So let's have a look in Tank Inspector. Right, here we go. KV4 from the front. Front on. Looking at the turret, 180-ish, with the spaced armour there. If you look at the shoot of the gun mantle, you're looking 300mm. Yeah, that's good. That's gonna pen, isn't it? Down here, you're just the basic 180. This, because the sloping is approaching 200mm. Weak area here, but small targets, but possible to pen. So aim, if you're up close, aim here. Only 80mm, which is very, very, very weak, but it's a small target. This area above the lower plate is angled 120mm, but the equivalent of 240mm because of that sloping, which is very, very good. Straight on the front here, it's 160mm, so the equivalent because of the angling of about 180mm. Well, this thing doesn't, and then the cupola at the top is just under 200, so it's not really a weak spot. But this tank angles. Let's look at the angling. Gun pointing towards you, and you're thinking, oh, crap-a-doodle. Right, so that lower plate angle goes up to, the gun there, about 300mm. Yeah, block with the gun if you can. You're looking about 200mm on the lower plate with the angling. Auto bounce at the sides. So, how far do we need to bounce to angle this to get the still an auto bounce, 400mm, and then that'll put the front up to 250mm equivalent there. 200mm. Okay, let's angle a bit more. Only 400 odd, 300 odd. Okay, bit more angling. So you're looking, wanted to turn the gun and have it facing here, over the track, trying to get the right angle. Okay, something like that, which will then give you from 220mm, 260, 200 odd, and still that. So we could actually angle even more. Do a bit like you do with the Tiger, of turning the angles to be able to. That's more like it. Get the tracks to eat the shots, and then still get the front bouncing. So, in effect, let's check it out. Let's aim over the front wheel. Okay, from there, aiming over the front wheel, you've still got 270mm this way, and the side 240. So we can actually over aim. Let's aim for. Let's get the turret past the initial drive wheel, over the second wheel if possible. My system's being a bit slow. Oh. Okay, let's try that. Okay, still got that. So down to 260, up to 240, 250, 270. That's sort of the perfect angle. Try and aim the gun. If you're using the KV4, don't aim over the drive wheel. Basically, turn. So you've got that second wheel, the one's actually holding the track on the ground. That's your fire point. So turn the hull to face that, and that'll give you the maximum amount of armour for facing your enemy. Right, let's then look. Let's see how the equipment works with the IS. Similar position. Come on, swap. This is being a bit slow. I can hear it humming in the background. I did it twice. Okay, so you're looking 170mm for that angled area, and 200 or so, but because that's sloping. Okay, yeah, so it's still very bouncy. Auto bounce this way, so similar sort of angle. Aim over those side tracks, soak up the damage. You're not going to bounce there. You know, that's with 120mm trying to get through that. 230, yeah, that's okay. And then the IS-6 has got the weaker side of the turret. So let's have a look at some actual stat comparisons between these two. Here we go. Right, the pen on the KV4, the gun is very, very good. So it's got 227mm of pen, so that's 50 more than the IS-6 with standard ammo. DPM is down. The damage per shot, so the alpha, is actually lower, but it's a more accurate gun, so, which I'll show in. So it's not only got the pen, but it's got the rate. It's got a higher rate of fire, but less damage. Higher ammo capacity, which is very, very good. So if you can stay into the longer game, you can just keep dishing out the damage. So you keep dealing it out. Shell velocity, you're looking at 1,000 meters per second, 1,043. So that's a lot more. So than the 790 the IS-6 gets. So yeah, you can fire shots, and it actually, you don't have to lead the target so much, which is good. Right, view range, the same. Signal range, no one cares about the signal range, but well, in comparison, the IS-6 is, for once, it's about the only tank that you actually think this has got really bad signal range. Normally, it doesn't matter. So with the KV4 it doesn't matter, but the IS-6 it does, because it's only got 440 meters. Camouflage, it's big, it's a brick. It's not as good. Accuracy on the move, it's more accurate. 0.36 instead of 0.44, so it's much more accurate than the IS-6. Aim time, the same. Okay. Moving, yeah, it's more accurate. Turret traverse, okay, it's 4 degrees slower, so you could, if you get close and get around this, you can actually just circle it, pirouette round, and it can be the death knell for the KV4. So that's one thing to watch out for. Let's look at the win rate. It's 49.97, so it's almost 50%, whereas the IS-6 actually is almost 51%. So why is the KV4 not quite as good as the IS-6? So really, it's got let's look at the WN7 and WN8 first. So 300 less and 160 less. So the WN8, it's okay, but it's not great. Whereas the IS-6 actually is a lot better. So let's have a look. It's in the battle for approximately 2 seconds more than the IS-6. There's negligible difference. Let's have a look at the mobility. Power, wow, it's got fantastic power, but it's this power to weight ratio which is the killer. It's almost 2.5 less than the IS-6, and the IS-6 isn't fabled for having a great power to weight ratio. So it's only 11.25, but the IS-6 is 13.5, coming up to 13 2/3, is significantly more, or it's enough to be able to get the IS-6 into positions that the KV-4 could only dream of. So that's what, and with the forward speed of only 30 kmh, it loses out to the IS-6 in actually just moving around the battlefield. So it could be more of a defensive tank. It may not get to places. So that, for the rest of the stats when you're actually in combat are pretty good, but it's actually getting there. So that's what is detrimental to the KV-4 actually succeeding as much. Reversing, it's not even as fast going backwards. The terrain resistance is worse. Okay, on average you're looking 17,000 per game, so it's losing, ouch, 50, oh my god, yeah, 50, well it's a premium, so 15,000 a game less than the IS-6, and instead you'll end up on average losing almost 3,000 credits playing this game, whereas the IS-6 will actually make you 13,000 credits. So it's quite a big difference. Looking at the modules, ammo rack is 20 less, so it's more likely to get ammo right. Damage modules 10 less, there's not a lot in it. Fuel tank is the same. Engine, ouch, 110 less. So I hadn't realised that the fuel tank, the engine on the IS-6 was so tough. Whoa! So the IS-6 is unlikely to have its engine taken out, because wow, that is brilliant. No, I'd never really looked at that before. Okay, the track's 220 the same. The gun is stronger, but only just. And the optics are 10 less. So it's the optics are a weak spot. The radio is 50 more, but well, for once in between the IS-6 and the KV-4, the radio does matter. If the radio's knocked out on this, it could take it down to being almost as good as the IS-6. Now, what does that say? Yeah, the IS-6 is rubbish. Okay, chance of fires. Where's it gone? So yeah, there's so let's get back to the main picture. This tank is very solid, but it's slow around the battlefield. So let's have a look and actually get into some gameplay. So let's go. Yeah, Serene Coast. At this point, I didn't know what was going to be happening. So I was saying that oh yeah, it's got good armour, quite a punchy gun. Let's fast forward this a bit.
He has the gross misfortune to be saddled with a team that is thoroughly incompetent, a team so hopelessly useless that they couldn't organise a piss-up in a brewery, an orgasm in a brothel, a team that is about as much use as a solar-powered flashlight or tits on a fish.
And that JP-88 driving up a wall. At this point, I wasn't feeling very confident, and I thought, oh my god, the AMX-50 is going to get straight ahead. And I thought, well, I was going to get in front of him and be able to protect him, so he could just unload, pull back, unload, pull back. That was the idea. Then I saw this Tiger II. I thought, okay, I can get in front, block him, and allow the others. And I'd see the E1 by this point, and so I wanted to be able to.
Never underestimate.
I was starting to
surprise, bitches! It's me. Good. I mean, really. Never underestimate the power of human stupidity.
That's him.
Prepare to receive.
Straight through. I was starting to move over to premium. I thought, no, let's show standard. And then there's another KV4. So I thought, okay, let's move on the KV4. I'll just put one shot into the cruiser on the way. I do block him.
Never underestimate.
So I get the shot in, and I take him out. And there's this KV4 down by the riverside.
Never underestimate the power of human
I just
stupidity.
put over this. I did a voiceover saying, I'm going to try and drown him. So I ram him into the water and push forward. And this poor little bugger. Now I know that he's well underwater because I'm starting to drown myself. So there he goes. And I'm pinning him in place. He doesn't know whether he's going to be killed by shooting. And he's dead. And I don't think I actually got the kill for that. But I think you should get the points for actually drowning someone. When you've caused the drowning, you should get
Never
the XP
underestimate
for that.
the power of human stupidity. Good tracks take it.
See now, this is the
Never underestimate the power of human
bounceability
stupidity.
of the tank. Angling properly.
Look at these damn
Shot in straight through the front of a Yak Tiger 88. Bouncing.
Prepare your anus, boy.
Go Jingles. He is brilliant.
Takes his tracks off.
Another hit. Tracks off. Soaked it. Okay. That was a bigger hit from the Furby.
Answer for suckers.
Another non-pen hit. Another one. Look at these hits it's taking. Okay, a couple are going through. But half aren't at the moment. Now that KV4 is out of position, he's been fired down on, so he's easier to hit. His upper surface is more vulnerable. I'm just trying to pick them off at this point. He's just been taking pieces, so I'm moving so I can try and distract them more and take the heat off him. He's gone. I've been hit.
Tracks off.
They take my track off, and my gun is up. I can't bring it down, and I'm thinking they're going to perma-trap me. But I'm bouncing shots, so that is the angle you sort of want to have. Like I was saying, over that drive wheel, which gives the perfect look at the shots coming in and bouncing. This is what we're showing. Oh, one that. Oh, another. It's the Indian strike on the tank. Let's have a look at the view from KV4. Let's try and get a view from KV4. Okay, let's fast forward. And that's basically it. There's an IS-6 over there who doesn't do a lot. And so that was the review. It's showing the mobility of the IS-6 in comparison to the KV4s, but the armour of the KV4.
Move.
And look at all the shots that we took. That's how you can do it. You know, use the armour of the amazing tank and turn it over that drive wheel that's on the ground. Point over that, and you will soak so many shots and bounce so many shots, and just let your gun be able to sit on the target and just put shot after shot through them. Because even with standard, because the penetration of this gun is brilliant. So that's this tank in a nutshell. Great armour, not so good mobility. You haven't got the elevation of the gun, which sounds bad, but combined with that armour, you can take shot after shot. And I even was then able to get my tracks up just before something with a higher pen gun managed to put a shot through my turret and take me out. But this other KV4 didn't, and you can take the heat for your team to allow them to push on for the win, and which is what we did. So yeah, it's a great, solid tank. The reputation is well deserved. good punchy gun, slightly slow rate of fire, less DPM, but the damage that you can take and what you can do is phenomenal. So yeah, I rate this tank. It does deserve its reputation, but you've got to look at its strengths and weaknesses, play within those, and you can't go far wrong. So yeah, I recommend this tank. It's a good, solid tank in many ways. So I've been Rich911, the Gaming Bear, and see you on the next one. And thanks for asking for the review, and see you soon. So this is the KV4. That's what it can do. And this is it. Looking at that fantastic armour, the great gun. Yes, it hasn't got the greatest DPM, but it's got enough armour to be able to weather the storm and force your opponents to deal with it, which can then give your team tactical advantage and allow you to win. So yeah, it's a really good tank, very strong, solid in many ways, and is very, very good to have around on the team, and it deserves its name of the KV Fortress. So yeah, long may the fortress live. So I've been Rich911, the Gaming Bear. Hopefully this has been helpful, and see you soon. Thanks guys, good hunting.